Good morning. Welcome to the fourth semester course. That is your complementary physics paper. And in this semester, you have the paper Electronics and Modern Physics. And it includes 4 modules. The first 2 modules cover the electronics section, and the third and fourth module will cover the nuclear and particle physics section. So I will handle the third and fourth module, that is the nuclear physics, and the fourth one is the particle physics. So we can start with the nuclear physics, that is the introduction to nucleus. Yesterday I have posted 1 or 2 introductory video. In that you can see that the nucleus is discovered by Rutherford alpha particle experiment, and in that it is found that an atom is having a central positively charged core and the electrons are surrounding it. Electrons are revolving around the nucleus. So the central positively charged core is known as the nucleus, and it consists of mainly 2 particles, that is the protons and the neutrons, together known as the nucleons. And the positively charged particle is the protons, and neutrons are having no charge. So we can go deep into the properties of nucleus, different types of nucleus. What are the peculiarity or what are the stability of nucleus, how the stability is achieved by the nucleus, etc. So you can see that a nucleus is usually represented by XAZ, where this X represents the symbol of the element, that can be any symbol. Z represents the atomic number, that is the number of protons. A represents the mass number, that is the number of nucleons, that is the number of protons plus neutrons. That is known as the mass number. So if Z is the proton number and A is the number of protons plus neutrons, then A minus Z will give the number of neutrons N. So these 2 protons and neutrons are also elementary particles. Electron is also an elementary particles. So the nucleons together, these 2 are elementary particles. About elementary particles, we will learn in the next module. There are different types of nuclei. Mainly we have 5 types of nuclei, that are isotopes, isobars, isotones, isomeric nuclei, then mirror nuclei. So we can go with one by one. The first one is isotope. What is an isotopes? Atoms that have same atomic number but different mass numbers A are called isotopes. So if they have same atomic number, then they are differ by mass numbers, means the number of neutron is different. That is A minus Z is different. Z is a constant for all the isotopes, but A is different. That means A minus Z will be different. There are naturally occurring isotopes as well as artificially produced isotopes are there. These are having the peculiarity of isotopes are these are having identical chemical behavior but different physical behavior. The physical behavior is different because it is having different mass. Since the mass number is different, number of neutrons is different, so the mass of the nucleus is also different. So it is having different physical behavior but having identical chemical behavior since the number of protons are same. A very good example, very common examples that we have used in several times is that the isotopes of hydrogen. That is, the hydrogen means it contains no neutron. That is only in the nucleus of hydrogen contains only proton. When it comes to the next one, that is, this is the isotope of hydrogen. That is, the neutron number is different here. That is, here we have 1 neutron and 1 proton. this mass number is 2, so we have one proton. So one proton and one neutron here. This is known as deuterium. So this one is tritium. It is having two neutrons in the nucleus. One proton plus two neutrons in the nucleus. So it is known as tritium. This is a very good example for isotopes. The next thing is the isobars. That is isobars and isotopes are just opposite. Here same mass number but different atomic number. That means the number of neutrons are same but the number of proton is different. So atoms having same mass number and different atomic number are called isobars. Examples: oxygen 816 and nitrogen 716. Here the number of this mass number is same, the proton number or the atomic number is different. Here you will have 8 neutrons, here you will have 9 neutrons. So the number of neutrons it is different, but these are having different chemical and physical behavior. Since the number of neutrons is different and also the number of proton is different, so it is having different physical and chemical behavior. Third one is the isotons. Nuclei with the same number of neutrons are known as isotons. That means the number of proton is different, the mass number is different, but the number of neutron is same. That means here you can see carbon 614, nitrogen 715 and oxygen 816 are examples. You can see that here the mass atomic number is different, 678. The mass number is also different, 14, 15, 16. But you can see that 14 minus 6 is 8. So that means it contains 8 neutrons. Here also 15 minus 7, 8. Here also you have 8 electrons in nitrogen here. So this also oxygen 16 minus 8 means 8. It also contains 8 number of 8 neutrons in its nucleus. So same neutrons but different mass number and atomic number are known as isotons. The fourth category is isomeric nuclei or isomers. Nuclei with the same atomic number or same mass number and atomic number. That means the element is the same both in neutron number or both in proton number and in atomic number, but differ from one another by their nuclear energy states and exhibit difference in the internal structure. They have different lifetimes. Mainly radioactive elements can come under this category, that is isomeric nuclei. That means it is having a different internal structure because of the nuclear energy state, because of its different nuclear energy state, and so it is having different lifetimes. These are known as isomeric nuclei or isomers. The last one is the mirror nuclei. That is nuclei having same mass number but the number of protons set and the number of neutrons are interchanged. They are having same A. If we are adding Z plus N, you will get A. So the A is constant always. But in one element, Z, the element of the number of protons in the one element or in the first element will be the number of neutrons in the second element. Similarly, the number of neutrons in the first element is equal to the number of protons in the second element. That means the value of the number of protons and neutrons are interchanged in a mirror nuclei. You can see that this is the beryllium 47 and this is the lithium 37. So you can see that these two are having same mass number. But here A is 7, that is mass number is 7, Z is 4, and you can see that neutron number is 3. 7 minus 4 is 3. Here A is 7 again, then Z is 3, but the number of neutron is 7 minus 3, 4. So you can see that here Z is equal to 4, but here N equal to 4, here N equal to 3, here Z equal to 3. That means the number of protons and number of neutrons are interchanged. In one element, the number of protons, the same number of neutrons will be there in the other element. Here we have the number of neutrons and the same number of protons will be there in the next second nuclei. So these are known as mirror nuclei. So these are the different classification of nucleus. That is, one is isotopes, isobar, isotone, or isomeric nuclei or isomers, and the fifth one is the mirror nuclei. Next, we can go into some of the general properties of the nucleus, that is its size, particularly its size. So the Rutherford alpha particle experiment showed that the nucleus is having a size of around 10 raised to minus 14 to 10 raised to minus 15 meter. That is 10 raised to minus 15 means femtometer. But the size of the atom, you can see that it is usually in the angstrom scale, that is 10 raised to minus 10. So the nucleus is, or the atom is 10 raised to 4 to 5 times larger than the size of the nucleus. And the empirical formula, the formula that we can use for finding the nuclear radius is R equal to R0 into A raised to 1 by 3, where A is the mass number, R0 is given by the value R0 equal to 1.3 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter or 1.3 femtometer, where R is the radius of the given atom. So R0 will be a constant, that is usually taken as the radius of the first orbit. So the nuclear radius can be obtained using again using the scattering of neutrons and electrons by the nucleus. Of course, we will get it by the alpha particle scattering, that is positively charged particles. That is mainly we are using the helium alpha particle is mainly the helium atom. That is, we will get the helium will get scattered, or the alpha particle will get scattered, and we can find the different positions of the scattered alpha particles, and we can see, we will obtain the some values, so the properties of the nucleus. So the same experiment can be done by, we can see that by analyzing the effect of the finite size of the nuclei on nuclear and atomic energy. So analyzing, we can analyze the nuclear energy and atomic energies. We can analyze the difference, or the different atomic energies or the nuclear energies. Then we can find the properties or the size of the nucleus in that way. So fast moving neutrons of 100 mega electron volt energy with a wavelength smaller than the size of the nucleus. That means the wavelength should be less than the wavelength, or the size of the nucleus. That is, it should be size should be smaller than 10 raised to 15 or 10 raised to minus 15 meter or femtometer size. So the neutrons are having the wavelength of the size wavelength less than the size of the nucleus, then only it will get scattered. So using the this experiment, the value of R0 is obtained as 1.3 to 1.4 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter, or this much femtometer. And if we are doing the experiment using electrons, that is the fast moving electrons of energy 10 raised to 4 mega electron volt can also be used here. Here the value obtained is R0 equal to 1.2 femtometer, or 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter. So you can see that why the difference, if you are using the electron, the value will be 1.2. If you are using this neutrons or alpha particles or neutrons, we will get the value as 1.3 to 1.4 into 10 raised to minus 50 or 1.3 to 1.4 femtoseconds. So why this discrepancy? In the case of electrons, it measures the change in density, change in charge density, or it measures the charge density. But the neutron, in neutron scattering experiment, the neutrons and protons measures both in the alpha particle experiment and the neutron scattering experiment. It measures the region of large nuclear potential. So that is all for now. Next we can take the stability, that is the atomic stability or nuclear stability, etc., that we can take in the next chapter, next class. And now we can stop. Thank you.